Okay, I found. Oh wait, it's down. So yeah, this is the piece. Um, where do I even start? Um, First of all, I guess first things first. Like I wrote, I think the very first thing that I wrote was the loser part because I felt like a loser my entire life. Um, I shouldn't say my entire life. I should say up until I was 22. I don't know what happened when I was 22, but I've been getting a lot better over time, and but when I was in high school, I just thought the worst of the worst. And on top of it, I was in therapy. I was trying to go to group therapy as well. I was trying hard to make friends, and I just it just never worked out. Like I did field hockey, which I really loved. Field hockey, I did really well. I was captain of the field hockey team, and I had a job. I worked at Burger King, and it just um at that time, like those were the like the little stuff in this piece. Those things were important to me, um but the bigger things were the most important things that I thought of in my mind. um like another thing, art was very important, so that had its own little box. um there's also a pansexual symbol because for a very long time I just thought it was pansexual, and but I also think that just stems from not communicating with people, not really getting to know what people are actually like. And then to kind of mask all of everything that was going on, you'll see like a little tiny pill bottle running away in the bottom corner here. And that just represents that I was on two different types of medication. I believe it was like one antidepressant and medication for my ADD at the time. Yeah. Um, what was cool about, I will say, what was really cool about this process is that there was a lot of observations that I did. Like, I needed to look at one of my pill bottles to be able to draw a pill bottle. I also asked a friend of mine um, to take a picture of me in the art room, just sitting in this specific pose. And I purposely blacked out the face and I left tears because I felt like just empty space that was just taking up space. And I always I specifically was twiddling my hands and just I always just contemplated life all the time, and I just question all the time, like why is things like this. um but yeah, I also have a spot down here where I always felt guilty. I loved to sleep because, sleeping got me out of a lot of things. I knew it wasn't great that I slept all the time, but I sure loved to sleep. I still love to sleep today. I call it bed rotting. I'm sure that's the new hype today, is bed rotting, and I love it. Parents played a big factor in my life at this time as well. And I had a boyfriend who he I no comment. And then I drew a picture of Office Space, and it just that got incorporated into this because I really like drawing post-it notes. I don't know. That was a real one, but and lastly, I would say is there was a lot of cannabis that was included in this as well. That's when I started to smoke. And yeah, I still don't know how to really talk about this piece. I had it hung up for a long time in my room as a teen, and I don't hang it up anymore. Now it's kind of just hidden because I never want to go back to this time period. It's not a great it wasn't a great time for me. Um, and yeah, I that's this piece. It doesn't have a name. Um, but I will say when this got entered into my high school art show, I did receive 3 letters from students who also really very much admired the piece, um, and they wished me well. So very very thankful for those letters because I'm not gonna lie, this at the time this piece was both embarrassing and very sad to draw. And when I was finally finished with it in 2018, I just didn't want. I don't really like talking about it too much, but yeah. Thank you.